Hello, welcome for the first Salivari Thoughts for Lumpen Universität in Biel, Espace Libre. So, because it's the first time I will present the concept, this is the concept, is a spaghetti dish. This one is with garlic, cheese and hot chili, and I speak while I'm eating the spaghetti about one subject, and this is the concept of Salivari Thoughts. I get the idea some months ago because there was like this I don't know if it was a fashion or something from South Korea of girls eating and speaking and making like this YouTube channel, and then I told myself that it could be possible in the world like a balance, that there is someone else on the planet eating spaghetti and speak about different stuff that he have in his mind. So it's how I get the wish of Salivari Thoughts. Now I start with this spaghetti recipe because it's really linked with my student life. I eat that like 3 or maybe more time per week because it's cheap and tasty and I love it. Well, also for this is the first episode, I would like to share some talks I had about YouTube. So I guess I am in the right place to think about YouTube, and more precise about how to create a relationship and a kind of performance with something so basic like eating, because I know there is like YouTubers that are more elaborated and making also more editing and having all the stuff happening everywhere on the screen and sponsor and so on and so on. But this phenomenon of South Korea girls eating for me was like the most easy and somehow pure stuff you can do on the YouTube. Of course, maybe it could be possible to make a video with controlled cameras that also don't have any really spectacular wish, and to be honest, I don't know exactly everything happening in YouTube. I suppose there is everything, and it's now more than 10 years that there is YouTube, and I wasn't in age when YouTube started, so I don't know if I'm really into the generation of YouTube. I would say that I was still into the television generation, that is maybe linked more with 90s, or maybe I was a little bit late already in the 90s. But I was already a little bit this theory and observation of young people spending all their time in front of MTV and lose their brain. I don't know what happened to this MTV generation. And with YouTube, one side I like is that people can propose whatever they want and somehow be in television. But for me it's not so new in the history, because also in the 80s there was this kind of fascination for No Clue private TV station from the artistic field. I know, and I wasn't interested about a lot from this New Yorker TV party that I discovered thanks to a Finnish friend 5 years ago. And they had like every 2 weeks a show on the New York cable, and rent a studio and be on air. And it was really a mess. It was basically hosted by artists from the downtown scene, Glenn O'Brien, and had the Abby, the singer of Blondie. I never really remember her name. And then it was a lot of their friends making party, but in TV, and it was like kind of surprising moment, because TV was still something serious, or get very serious, and not anymore so experimental as the real beginning. So YouTube, it's kind of a continuation of this, and creating like this intimacy with the audience. What I miss, but maybe now with this live broadcast on Facebook or even in YouTube, it's maybe again possible. But what I miss from TV party or TV or radio, it's the this possibility that people call you by phone and you can react on real time. And somehow I'm sure there is like the technology for doing it, but it's not so popular, and it's not yet a trend into this new media or new device for the media. And I have to admit that I ask myself several months if I would like to start to express myself like this. And for many reasons, one of those is that I don't know really where this video will go, how it will be used, and yeah, it's a kind of risk. And also this risk it's also not really fair, because I have the impression that I don't really have a connection with the audience, and I'm, like these bottles that you put a message into and just throw it away in the sea. So this video and others on YouTube I will do, they are kind of this. Then let's say that I have some friend that they're looking at, and they told me that they never rise more than 5 minutes. So I don't know who will be able to watch all the movie. Then the opposite argument was, why to do a YouTube video and not having audience? Do I already dream about big audience, or where I am with this being scared about having a lot of sharing or audience, or do I want it, and do starting sort of movies or YouTube channel like this, it's also about having some audience. So maybe one day there will be thousands of people look at this spaghetti. Are they actually quite well? I have some experience in it, and I know exactly how to arrange stuff. And now my new stuff with spaghetti is that this kind of spaghetti I put a little bit of tomato paste, and they get a little bit red like this, and it's giving more the color of the chili and the garlic. But the traditional recipe is not so red. So with YouTube, I don't know really what to think, and also what to think when I'm in front of those video with people give you advice or expressing themselves about this and that, and how they like live their public life. Do they look always about statistics, how many people are connecting, how long they watch the video, do they expect that they will have some money from it, that is a work. Speak about work. I read an article months ago about like a school in Spain that seems to give a degree for people that want to start to be YouTuber. Wow. So if there is a school, it means that there is also codes, or some people that they are say that they are themselves expert of YouTube, and they can share some knowledge about it. And maybe they have study YouTube channel, or I don't know. In my memory, I guess the article was also offering like strategy to have more audience and stuff like that. So it's like a work, and it's mean that you are also expecting some result from it, and also I guess that it means that the form is like closing something, and then it's not TV, so I can suppose that there will be always like space for people doing strange stuff out of formats, but there will be also more people doing format stuff and like creating also an aesthetic of what is or how it should be the video on YouTube, and how people have to acting and present themselves, and maybe editing the movie, the voice, the effects. And it's said to be what happened also with the cinema and the TV. At some point they were like having a sort of rules, and they were working with a lot of audience. People get the clue of the history, or they were captivated by the action, so they slowly close a little bit the format and create these narratives rules. So now maybe we are kind in the same situation with YouTube, and we will see in the future if there will be a sort of different aesthetics of movie. I have seen that there is already like this under gender movie of YouTube, like gaming or fashion or and tutorial. It's for sure a sort of gender. Actually, I really like tutorial. They're useful, but I noticed also that since 2 years they're a little bit less well done. I mean that it starts with a guy speaking about how to do something and show you step by step, and it was one of the first results in the YouTube. And now I need more time to find those guys that are doing a really nice pedagogical work, and I'm more open to those people that are doing the video like in 5 minutes, and they jump to a step and to the other, and you don't really get how to do the stuff, or maybe I'm just an idiot, and I need like more parental tutorial support to just understand every step of an art craft or something like that. And yeah, to finish, because now I'm attacking the cheese that is Parmigiano Reggiano, and because I bought it, that I usually not eat because it's quite expensive, but I said, okay, this is my first YouTube video with spaghetti, and let's like celebrate a little with some good cheese. So now I'm into it, and my problem is that I could never stop to eat spaghetti. In half an hour I will know how much I ate, but till now I could like eat all the kilo or even more. And I forget what I was speaking about, but I guess it was, yeah, then I was asking myself if I'm like somehow out of this YouTube movement or phenomenon, and so I should like keep silent and try to not speak on it. But I'm really curious about YouTubers and what does it create on your mind, and I'm sure that it will happen soon. I'm like waiting a movie, basic movie, kind of blockbuster of the story of a YouTuber, or a character of one of the movie is a YouTuber, and I guess that will really enter in the collective minds, and maybe I will have not to make this video ask me about all this, and so I'm trying, because I'm curious to see what happened in the mind of someone that is speaking into the camera about a subject, and as I said, eating. Well, I finished my dish, so I discovered that that's this like a format, and it's like creating already a logic for in the first episode, and I didn't talk about this point when I processed to enter in this YouTube relationship, and then I said, okay, yeah, you finish when you end the dish, just having a few last sentence, and then say goodbye, thank you, and see you next Thursday for the second chapter of Salivari Thoughts, with another spaghetti recipe and another subject. I will speak with you while I'm eating. Bye.